So what's going on? So when did the gym become the booty room, the meat market, the club? What happened? A lot of social media, I see a lot of, especially a lot of women go to be wearing the leggings and the form fitting and on the exercise bikes and everything is geared towards making them seem BBL and more voluptuous and all that. We used to go to the gym to flex. Yeah, you wanted to look good for yourself, but you were going to the club afterwards. You weren't going there to, you know. And so it's crazy now that a lot of these videos, spandex, extra, just stretch, is done for views, clicks, and bait. It's funny how that didn't happen. Imagine if you are holding a dumbbell and you got a lot of weight and you're gawking at, you know, some woman just like throwing it right in your face. And yet if you look, you a pervy, you freaky deaky. And if you don't look, you get clown. So it's kind of like you're in a catch 22. When did it become fashionable to go into the gym showing too much? When did that take place? People always was flexing. They've always done over the top, etc. But I don't recall it where it was just such a, you know, meat market that it was just done where it was just so, you know, at such a level that everything was meant to be form fitting and just veer on you, you know. It went from Baywatch to a Kardashian watch. That's what then happened. And it's like when you really exercise and you take care of yourself, of course you're gonna feel good about yourself. However, you're not thinking of, I mean, some people that go to a gym are not thinking about their cosmetics is not designed to seduce per se. And so this is crazy now that I think about it, because I mean, you go in there to be in your best being, but not to where you are, you know. How does this thing play off? It's so, it just cracks me up how I look at it and I'm thinking, wow, this is what this has come to. And what has become of standards, what has become of the like, what you're going to do. I mean, it's really wild when I think about it. I can't recall another time when I've seen so many, people doing videos and just proposing and doing all that. And they just are there to manufacture something that they're hoping that they get some shine, you know, because if you're wearing spandex or something, it's like, really? You know. And, it's it's quite I don't know how would I describe it. It's there used to be a time and a place for all that. But all this is now coming as one, you know. We used to mock it when people used to go to aerobics class. And this is the thing. People don't want a same union place to go work out. But yet, if the opposite is gawking at them and hawking at them, then they got a problem. So, what? Make up your mind. You're very revealing. You leave a little to the imagination. And that is one of the situations that we're encountering today. And I just think that, now personally, I got exercise equipment at the crib. So I don't have to like put on no show. And it don't cost nothing. You can exercise how you want and you gotta go through all that. But for some people who want to put on the show, this is what they do. And there is no shame in it. And that is the tricky part. Because now it's become fashionable to put on a show for situations that you didn't ask to take part in, but this is what we got. But anyway, now let me know what you think about don't going to the gym now and showing too much, and what's the limit? What do you think is acceptable? What do you think is not? And when did it become the club? When did it become the meat market? When did it become that's what we're doing? Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.